Good morning, everybody. Hope that you're all well. Hope that you're all well. What time is it here? On my phone. Hope that you all are well. This is the weekly recap, of course, the last one of this month, where we're gonna be reviewing this week's price action, right? Before we get into that, isn't that beautiful? It is. But I didn't take the trade. In the previous video, the Fridays price action when I was live at this time, not live, sorry, when I was recording at this time, I did say this would be a beautiful trade idea using it first for value gap all the way to this area, and it played out so nicely. I'm not gonna lie. A part of me was like, why didn't I take it? I felt so bad. Like I was so confident about it, in all honesty, because I was on my phone when price came back to this, and then I just felt like pressing the button so badly, like so badly. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I did say I'm not taking a trade. I'm just gonna set it out, and it played out so nicely. So even if this was a loss, that's fine. But um, yeah, it hurts sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, especially like when you have to stick to your rules, or when you tell yourself like, oh, I'm not gonna do this, and you just end up doing it. It's like if this were to be a loss, I would have hurt myself, but it ended up being a W. But I was confident about it. I mean, yeah, I did say on the live, like this is a clean trade idea. I just see it, you know. But it's fine. Like it's not the end of the world. There's plenty more trades to come. Yeah, I'm just being transparent. Like my psychology was kind of like, but I was happy though. I'm not gonna lie. A part of me like was super. I was happy that like, oh yeah, I was right. That's how right it works. Or what I called out works. That's what made me feel better about it. Like, damn, shut up. And there was no money behind it. So my emotions was not like really all over the place. They were just all over the place when like I was like, oh, I could have just taken this trade. I would have passed my funded and I'm just be done with this phase two. But it's whatever. We'll see what the this coming week has to bring us. I just want to share that real quick with you guys, that trade idea that I had played out nicely. But yeah, let's just go through what happened this week real quick. And whew, we're gonna start Tuesday because Monday was a no trading day, so we didn't have any trades. Monday, Tuesday, I took a loss. I tried a short, um, right over here because I use this to enter. I try to short that. Just at the timestamps. Okay, you guys can see like this is 9:30. This is 10 o'clock. Just during the macro, I tried to enter off that. And to be honest, like honestly it was my mistake. This was my mistake. There's a 15-minute candle right over here. Let me just mark that out for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. What is this one? Where is it? Or is it this one? Wait a minute. That was Tuesday. I wrote it down. Okay, on the 15-minute, price came back into this first fair value gap. But I'm trying to look for something, I just can't find it for some strange reason. Wait, I don't remember. Wait a minute, wait. Something right. Something definitely is not right. I don't see it, that's the thing. But that's what's catching me right now. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm only noticing this now. We came back to that first value gap, but you see this one. I think it was this one. I don't remember. I'm not certain, but I think it was this one. This 15-minute candle when price went above it and came back to retest it. I was because when price came back into this, if I just watch back the video, I did say like price coming back took out on the 1 minute you can see it went all the way down coming to this value gap, and then when we had this retracement going back up, I was like, oh, price is gonna go up. I want to see it retrace it to that. I don't know why in my right mind I tried to short this because I was like, oh no, it's gonna I don't honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I was looking at these equal lows. I was looking at I think it was this low at the time as well. I think this was the London low. I was looking at the London low at the time as well. I was like, definitely has to go because why wouldn't it? Um, but yeah, I should have just stuck to the plan or not. In all honesty, I should have just stuck to the plan. It would have worked out much better. But you can see later in the day during the macro at like 11. I don't know why I'm only seeing this now. Oh, I forgot to do that. I don't know why I'm only seeing this now. Price came back during this macro. During this macro, respected the upper half of this fair value gap, and then went higher at, look at the time, from 11:50 and 12:10. See that time during the macro time, it came back into this first fair value gap, respecting the upper half. That would be a nice trade idea, you know. Or if I had buy limit orders for price to come back all the way back up before extending higher. You see that it just dripped higher after that. But my point is, oh yeah, here it is. I tried to short this, and then when price came back into this 15-minute during the macro hours, yeah, this cooked me, and then it just went up, and then we used this as an inverse fair value gap. This, when price left it, tapped into that. Uh, this tapped into that, and then went higher. I could have just been more patient. I would have seen that, but I was chasing shorts, you know, and I wasn't either way. I was totally wrong because I wasn't even sticking to my bias, you know, could have just been more patient. Um, and then, yeah, the 15 minute told me what I wanted to do, and me out of my, just didn't follow my plan. So that's a lesson. That's a lesson. That's a lesson. This is actually nice as well. Either way, if I had a buy limit order, if I wanted to wait for price to come back all the way into this one, I could have done that. But I didn't. So that's whatever. On to the next. On to the next. Beautiful day though. Beautiful day. Beautiful trade. And it started like 125 pips. I would usually leave it. It did. So yeah, this was Tuesday. We took a loss this day because I was trying to chase shorts. And then Wednesday, this was Wednesday. Wednesday, I'm not happy about Wednesday. Yes, we got a win. uh, But I was honestly, I was not happy about it. I felt like I was just chasing price because I was like, damn, bro, I missed this entire move, bro. Like, what I had, but obviously I had to wait for market open. This was market open right over there. We have that opening range gap, and then price. We left it right. So I want to wait for the macro. I'm just gonna mark the macro times for you guys to see that. One, two. This is the macro times, and then you guys can see we came back into this first fair value gap between the macro times. I was impatient because I entered all the way. I entered like down here. Bear you in mind in the video on my recording. I said this is this is gonna be my entry, and then me being me, when price did this, when it fell short right over here, I felt like I was gonna leave me and I need to catch the sell, and then I enter all the way down here. Like I was just being emotional. I should just be more patient because I actually had limit orders, sell limit orders all the way up here, and then that kind of cooked me. That honestly cooked me because I was just chasing it, and that put my account at jeopardy. And not my proudest of moments, to be honest. I could have just been more patient. Should have just waited and have patience and trusting my system. And the mere fact that I did say that on days when we just overextend, you just have to wait for a retracement, and I didn't even follow my own plan at the time. I didn't honestly follow my. Yes, the trade worked out, but I put my account at risk. Number one, and number two is that I could have gotten more out of the trade, but since I had such a bad entry, this was like my TP1, and my TP2 was this this was it this one? Yeah, this was my TP2. Literally this. Because I thought we were gonna take that. But we did actually, we ended up did actually taking it out. You see that? It just had price just had a retracement on this I think it's on the 50 minute we are retracing to the value gap. and then respected the midpoint, and then price dropped. Uh, yeah, but my point is that I could have just done better on my entry. In all honesty, I could have just done better. I should have done better. So, yeah, look at this drawdown, bro. It was bad, and I could have just had such a clean entry where I was risking. Look at that, bro. Like, bro, yeah, it's just irresponsible of me. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my proudest of moments. I'm not happy about this. Yes, it was a win, but I'm really not happy about it. You know, yeah, I could have managed my trade better, and this could have been my TP1, and then this could have been my TP1, and then this could have been my TP2. But since I had such a bad entry, I entered right over here, and I was looking at the risk reward. This was not even TP. This was TP1, and then my TP2 was down there. So yeah, a lot of polishing. That this was completely just psychological. I had a clean setup, but just price messing with me, or me started messing with me, but my emotions got into the way of this day. And yeah, I was just not happy about this trade. Yeah, clean setup though, very very clean. I'm not gonna lie. It was a silver platter, but I was just being impatient, and I could have made it cleaner. I could have made it cleaner, but it's fine. Next time, next time. It's just I just didn't. It's just my psychology, bro. I just didn't want to feel left out, and I shouldn't have let that get to me. Shouldn't have let that get to me. It could have been like the day where the last week Tuesday, the 19th of May, when I had the limit order, and then I was like, oh, if price goes without me, it's fine. It's whatever. And then the limit order hit and the price played beautifully. Could have done the same thing on the wait, what? Could have done the same thing on the Wednesday, where it's like if price goes without me, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. But I was just chasing that day. As I'm saying, I rushed my entry. So yeah, that's that's a lesson to learn. I can just delete that limit order. Okay, delete that. Okay, does someone need it? Leave that. So yeah, that's a lesson. And then we had this day as well. This was Thursday. I took a loss on Thursday. I spoke about this day. So Thursday, literally, you can go watch back the video. I did say that. Whoa! When I saw this for value gap happen, I was like, bro, we definitely selling, and we closing that opening range gap. But we fell short. We almost closed it. I'm not certain. Not certain. I don't wanna lie. I'm not certain. But we almost did. Yeah, we almost did. Or did we? I have to watch back the video. I literally just watched it. But yeah. Um, that hap wait, I know how to check. Hold on. I know exactly how to check. Oh no, we had a small opening range gap. We had like a that was close to each other. Yeah, I remember. But yeah, price sold a part of me wanted to sell this. Like when price was just coming back up, I was like, bro, we definitely selling. I wanted to sell this. But the problem about that is I know I would have lost this trade because I would have put in my stop loss. I mean my TP over here. And look at that. Because what I realized later when I looked at the time, which was like 8:30, it was this candle, but then the move that where it started was this low over here, just before the news release. Price went, and then price went to take out the news candle, or where the move of the news started, because we had news on this Thursday at 8:30, and then it just literally took out that low that pumped just before it pumped the news. It took that out, and then we had a beautiful reversal to the upside. And then I tried to short it right over here because I was looking at it as a retracement because we didn't have a clean one. I thought we were gonna retrace, created these equal lows, come and sweep this and sweep out the London low as well. That's what the idea that I had in mind. Because at market open, we came up and we swept this. We swept this, and I was like, oh, okay, definitely gonna sell. We got the sell. It's just, and we fell short touching that. I was like, oh, we're definitely selling. And then I tried to short this. I was in profit for like a minute. And then price reversed. Literally just shot up, bro. Shot up. It touched like the midpoint of a 50-minute candlestick, if I'm not mistaken. Literally touched it. and then it shot up and stopped me out because my stop loss was just around about there. And then we had a retracement back into that, respecting the upper half. We have this a value gap, and then higher prices. Those could have been a nice buy, but also it was outside of the macro times. So I'm already not even on the chart at the time as well. But like I said, the day once I have proper um I would say financial muscle, or yeah, once I'm more intentional about taking second trades, then I'll start doing that. Probably the videos will be a bit more longer, but for now I'm just gonna stick to my one trade, and sharpening my sword, you know. So I feel like that's especially on like phases of funded. Just gotta be careful. I don't wanna rush anything. I don't wanna mess my psyche up. Cause if I were to take two losses in a day, like that would just devastate me, bro. Would devastate me. I'm not gonna lie. And also would put that content risk. So you're most likely to blow faster. Unlike when you just take one trade a day, one trade a day, one trade a day. You know. But yeah. Yeah. This day, I'm not mad about this day, but yeah, that happened. I was really confident about shorts, and then bought. One thing I do must say, I love taking shorts, bro. As the market is consistently supposed to be going up, I sure do like taking shorts. And then we have this day, which was the Friday. I was not on the charts this day. I had things to do, so I was like, I'll just record when I come back. Um, yeah. Price was just grinding up. Like there was no clean retracement to take a buy, or I don't know where you would have taken a buy here, but there was no clean retracement. But then, we had a there's the 10 o'clock. You guys know about the 10 o'clock silver bullet, but that kind of happened. Price sold off. This would have been a nice entry using that price coming back into that, but it's not during the macro times. Like I said, I like usually taking trades. This happened during the macro. That's more of a real gap. I like usually taking trades during the macro. Also, does inverse. You see that? This one. Just watch the Friday video. I went going dead. This inverse coming back tapping. And we have a value gap, which is this one. And then could use that to short during the macro. Clean setup though. Clean. Like you would have caught this entire move, bro. This entire move. Yeah, a bit of like back and forth, but you could have caught this entire move. But yeah, but the macro just saves me a lot, especially if I don't know what to do, and not to rush anything. Just sometimes just wait for that macro time. It would save you a bit of headache. I'm not gonna lie. Save you a bit of headache. But yeah, that was a nice sell off. Yeah, I did speak about this. I felt like I missed out. Yeah, kind of sucks, but it's part of the game, bro. Just charge it to the gang. Yeah, that's. Let me see. Mm, my best trade. Honestly, I'm not happy with this week's performance in the sense of even the trade that I won. I won't say even it's my best trade. I didn't like it. I would say it was one of my worst trades. Honestly, this week, it was an emotional moment for me. Um, yeah, I'm just not happy with that. Honestly, not happy, not so happy. A good discipline moment, I would say, was the Friday when I saw the setup, but I didn't take it because I did say I'm not gonna take a trade. I'm not gonna. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I would say that's a good discipline moment. Repeating patterns. I must say that 15-minute time frame helps me a lot, and that's definitely something. I think I've been saying this every week so far. That's definitely something that I'm gonna put in my arsenal. It helps a lot. Well, for me, to determining what price is gonna do, waiting for the retracements on that 50-minute fair value gaps. It really does help. I'm not gonna lie. And then when you go into a smaller time frame, then you use that to take your buy and your sell, depending on how price you X to those levels on the 15-minute, like fair value gaps, and waiting for that. And it forces you to be more patient and seeing what price wants to do. So I'm not gonna lie, the waiting for the first 15 minute, what price is gonna do, helps a lot. I'm not gonna lie, really helps a lot. Definitely something I've been noticing, and it's been helping me a lot with my bias. helping me a lot with my bias. It's just a matter about me being patient and the silly mistakes that I do. You just make these silly mistakes, man. Where yeah, and I did end up studying the Thursday and the Fridays price action. I ended up studying all my losses of this month because the month is obviously ending. I ended up studying all my losses of this month, and uh yeah, yeah. Some losses were like it's dumb, bro. Like let me just go back to the book I made regarding that. Let's see if I can find that. Some note losses. Hold on. Where are they? Okay. There's that. I took a loss on the 8th of May. The 8th of May, the Friday. Um I tried to trade the second macro and the setup was clean. I wasn't mad about the setup, just that the fair value gap that I tried to enter off. Should have just waited for price to go, but more of a discount um before taking that buy. But also it didn't happen during the micro times. Like I said, sometimes the micro times do throw me off because price can still do its own thing after that. But yeah. Um so that's a lesson to not always depend on the micro times, but they work. Like I've gotten better trades, cleaner entries just because I didn't wait for the micro times. Then I got like the full move, you know. But that one just comes with a bit of more experience when you see the move happening. I feel like that just comes with built up experience over time. The macro just helps you remove the noise, basically. Like it just yeah, it just makes you remove the noise or not in all honesty. Wait, what? See something. Yeah, it just helps you remove the noise. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Wait, I just want to see something actually. See something regarding 10 o'clock. Hmm. Okay. I just want to see something around 10 o'clock. But yeah, it just helps you like cancel out the noise and stuff. Just delete these. Um, 10 minute. Yeah, the 14th of May, the Thursday, I took a. What happened? Yeah, that's the losses. Yeah, I mean, I'm reviewing all the losses. I had the right idea, but just the execution in the retest of 15-minute time frame. That's why I realized that the 15-minute, bro, like this is where my mistakes are. Just waiting for that 15 minute and just being more patient and trusting myself with my bias. And then the 15th of May, the Friday, this was a bad Friday. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I literally noticed it was a high resistance environment or conditions, and I forced two trades. Two trades. I could have just stayed away. I shouldn't have traded that day, and it was just bad price action. Like I said, it was high resistance. So we just set it out, but I guess I was just forcing it. I was just forcing it, honesty, in all honesty. But luckily, I remember the Tuesday of the coming week, I recovered all the losses with some profit. Um, then the Wednesday, the 20th of May, I took a loss as well. That was clean trade idea. It's just that my first TP didn't get hit. Um, yeah, I could my TP I put it at the opening range gap midpoint instead of taking the London, putting it at the London low, which it was there initially. If you watch back the video, you could see that I did put it there initially, and then that London low was aligned with that first fair value gap. I forgot the date of that first fair value gap, but it was aligned with that first fair value gap midpoint, and literally reversed right over there. Not even like, bro, the opening range gap midpoint was not even so far off, but I could just aim for the low bearing fruit. And yeah, I just got a little bit greedy because the risk reward did make sense. I was risking like $12 to make $15, but I could have just taken that. Like, that's better than no profit. So I ended up just losing that day entirely. So yeah, that was that trade. And then we have the 21st of May, the Thursday, price tapped into that open weekend mode point, high time frame. Should have waited for the candlestick to close up and then oh yeah. I remember the 21st of May. I was impatient a little bit. The buy looked promising, to be honest. It's just that I should have waited for that 50-minute candle to close because there was a fair value gap on the higher time frame. And I just thought that we would just run through it in all honesty. But I should have waited for how the candlestick was gonna react. It literally respected the midpoint of that. It literally dropped and then it used the first fair value gap to go lower. So that was yeah, I could have just been a little bit more patient, and that would have been a clean trade. As you guys can see, it's just small silly mistakes. And then obviously the Tuesday, the 26th of May, I got the direction correct, but I went against my own bias, which was the one that we just reviewed, we just spoke about. And price tested the 15-minute fair value gap. I should have stuck to my plan. The 15-minute told me what price wanted to do, and you see again the 15-minute. Then the 28th of May, Thursday, price took out in the news low and reversed. When the market opened, I saw we were selling, but I didn't take the short. I didn't take the initial short. I just wanted to wait what price wanted to do, and then price used that first value gap for buys, but it was after the macro. That's the thing that just threw me off, was after the macro. Would have been a nice setup if it was not, yeah, but yeah, it didn't look like it was gonna do that, if I can say that. But what do I know, right? But yeah, there's I literally yesterday spent time studying my losses of the month, because I was like, why do I lose Thursdays and Fridays? And it's just small things, man. It's generally just small things that need me to sharpen my iron. Just more patience, trusting myself, and yeah, basically it. Patience, trusting myself, and not taking a trade when it's not necessary. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it from me. Hopefully, this weekly review will help you guys. Hopefully we have a great, great, great month ahead of us. A great month ahead of us. Honestly, I want to see what this month has to bring. I'm really excited for this June month. Uh yeah, hopefully we can pass this phase two, get a payout, and then we buy another account, because the whole entire thing of this is for me just to build on smaller account and then just buying another account, just buying another account, just buying another account. That's the plan, the end goal. Basically building on this. I'm not using my own money or my own capital or stuff like that. So I'm just trying to challenge myself and just buy a small account and then use that small account to buy another account. Just like that. Just making it part of the process. So yeah, I think I'll just use this as my thumbnail. Uh, yeah. Yeah, man. Hopefully this video helps you guys. Wish you guys nothing but the best and a new month of trading. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, let's just go through. Wait, let's just go through what to expect on this week, or what are my thoughts. We have Monday. We have 10 a.m. news. As you guys know, I don't trade Mondays. This Monday would be nice. This Monday would be a nice Monday to trade because it's FMOC. No, it's a non-farm payroll Monday, if I'm not mistaken, because non-farm is the first week of the month. Um, but I'm not gonna trade it because we have that 10 o'clock news, and that's just usually the times I trade. So yeah, we have this 10 o'clock. We'll see if we'll get a nice, maybe a trade during this time or before the news, and then hopefully we're in the right direction at the time. And then we have this as well. On Wednesday, we have a red fold at 10 o'clock. So I don't know. I doubt we'll take a trade. I doubt. I don't know. A red folder before 10 o'clock, like that could be messy. It's either sometimes it's messy, it could just stop me out, and then this I can do the orange folder, but red folders, it's a bit risky unless I wait for after, unless I trade the second macro. That's literally the only solution that I have. Trading the second macro, sorry. So hopefully maybe there will be a part one and part two. If not, the video would be longer. But that's something I really try to avoid, because then just uploading and then yeah, it's just tedious. I mean, uploading the videos don't take long. It's like when I have to edit and then upload, that makes it tedious, because then I have to first export it, and exporting takes time, and after the exporting, uploading it to YouTube, and then just because I edited the video from CapCut, because I add the screenshots of the trade, it just makes it way longer. But example, today's video, it's gonna be like 30 minutes long plus, and when I upload it, it's not gonna even take an hour. An hour is too long. It's gonna upload like now. But enough about that. Wednesday, and then we have Thursday. Definitely, probably see if I can get a nice setup on Thursday at, yeah, 8:30, and then we have Friday 8:30. Probably gonna get a nice setup there. So Might not get trades on Wednesday. Might. Just depends what we do. Tuesday looks cool. Wednesday shaky. Thursday cool. Friday cool. So Wednesday we'll just see what price does. So yeah, that's the news for the week. Um, yeah, hopefully we have a great month ahead of us, guys, so we can just pass this phase two. Um, and on my monthly goals, I wrote pass phase one, pass phase two, but obviously we didn't pass the phase two. Still, right now I think we're in $20. We're down $20 on the account. So yeah, we've just been going back and forth with this break even phase, bro. On this phase two, it's always like that with phase two. Phase one is always smooth sailing. Phase two is just a roller coaster. But yeah, we have that. So basically, past this phase two, and then I'll just add another goal of probably buying another funded, just to have it. Probably start with that as well. I'll just see. I'll just see. I'll just see how I manage my finances on that one. Buy another funded, and then or I just wait to pass the phase two, get into profit, and then buy a funded with the phase two money phase. I'll just see. If not, I'll just do it out of my own pocket, and then passing the phase two. And if I get a payout, I'll just pay myself back. You know, because I know I will do it. Mark my words on that. But yeah, boys, love the video. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, I really actually watch my own weekly reviews. I don't. Hey, I think I should. The only videos I watch, I rewatch is my everyday videos. But yeah, peace. Check you guys.